What do you mean these are my tips for the rapture? Have you been raptured before?
You think like these Christians that think they're being raptured sound funny? Imagine Australian Christians think they're being raptured. That's going to sound hysterical.
Oh, Jesus, take me up to heaven. I would like to go home. I am going home to see my dead mummy and my dead daddy.
Okay, y'all, I think we can catch a break because every time I turn around and go on TikTok or any social media, be it the news, there's always something going on. And this time, TikTok is actually going really, really crazy because of the rapture. So there's a pastor in South Africa, but he's actually the one who started this whole thing. He said on September 23rd or 24th, 2025, people, that's going to be today or tomorrow. A lot of people are panicking. Some are actually selling their stuff. I think if you've been alive for quite a while now, you've seen most of the situation happen or this incident. I don't know what to call it, but you've seen and experienced this, this date, and Jesus comes and carries them up in the sky. Some are actually laughing. I think a lot of videos that came on my For You page was actually like a lot of people making fun of the whole situation. I don't know how true it is, but it says that people actually, some are quitting their jobs, some are selling their stuff. I don't understand why you're selling your stuff if you're gonna go up in the sky. Like, what are you gonna do with the money? Put it in your pocket and zoom off in the sky with the money? But let's talk about it and actually watch these videos because I found them quite interesting. Before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into it.
When you finally start moving up into the air, I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down.
Only 2 more days until the rapture, or so I am told. So I am back with some of the craziest videos that have come across my For You page. So get ready, it's a lot. So this one is actually kind of sweet. It is from the same lady who did the flow chart from the last video. So she has an entire basement of food for all of us who are going to be left behind. So whoever gets there first, good for you.
I put this little note up here, but this is our stockpile of food and stuff. So someone's going to be pretty set.
I have been seeing several videos from Christians who are concerned about how people who are left behind are going to get the message and know what happened. So here are some of the ideas they've come up with.
Don't forget to unlock your phone. A lot of people are writing letters or maybe even just doing things on their phone, like in the notes and whatever.
Leave a note on your mirror with a dry erase marker. When someone finally breaks in to your house to see if you're okay, someone will find the note. I'm okay, I'm with Jesus.
But maybe that's not enough for you. You want a full breakdown of what is about to happen. You need the timeline. Well, this guy has you covered. He has mapped it all out for us. And I felt the need to share it because he did mention my name, Jubilee.
Here's a timeline of the rapture and the order of events. The rapture will take place on September 22nd through the 24th. 70 Jubilees from when Israel entered the promised land.
And I think the number one question people have been asking is what is going to happen on September 24th if these people are not raptured? Who knows? So if they are not raptured, we actually do know what is going to happen with one of these girls because she said that she is going to post an apology video if she is still here on the 24th. So stay tuned.
Rapture Update 2025. It is now Tuesday, September 23rd. In Tokyo and in Hong Kong, Asian brothers and sisters. If you're left behind, please check in. Did the people go straight up? Was it a slow float, quick float? I am getting a lineup. BJ is here just in case the rapture, comes. I don't want to go to heaven with no lineup. I don't want to have no line on the heavenly entry. Okay, now people in New Zealand, has a rapture happened yet? Are y'all going to work? Because it's 4 or 5 a.m. Some people probably got to get up. Are y'all clocking in? Are y'all seeing how the day is? Let us know here in America if we should get ready to go to work. I'll check back in later as it becomes Tuesday in more parts of the world.
Listen, is anybody checking up on the Americans? I think they're losing the plot. They are convinced, I don't know if you guys have seen it, they are convinced that a rapture is going to happen on the 23rd of September. The sky's going to open up and they're going to go zoop into heaven. You guys need to stop watching Scooby-Doo because these conspiracies are fucking crazy. I'm still trying to figure out how my Hoover collects dirt off the floor, and you guys are convinced that the sky is going to open up and select you as an individual and go zoop your big body, zoop into heaven. These people are selling their houses, their cars and everything. I mean, I don't know how far the dollars are going to get you once you sell it. I don't think heaven has a currency, but I can look after your money on the terms that if you don't go, or if you do decide to come back, that you're not entitled to your money back. I'm sorry, but you guys are fucking nuts, mate. Listen, the least of my worries would be something fucking collecting me from the sky, right? You need to be concerned about your well-being, mate. And also, why is it just America? Is that the only place they could put in on the sat-nav? America. I'm going to be honest, I have never met people that have fallen into manipulation with their own doing. They're manipulating themselves. I'm scared that you guys are the aliens at this point.
Is anyone from Cape Town who is waiting for the rapture, who specifically stays in Camps Bay, Clifton? I am considerate about Constantia, but who are willing to sell their 15-bedroom houses for R2. I'm at B. We can negotiate. Since you guys are going, I can go about up to 5 friends, but yeah, that's all I can say. I have a little money this month. Yeah, so that's why I'm considering of buying it for 5 friends. But yes, Clifton or Camps Bay and Constantia, I'm not judging. I will take whatever it has to be from 10 bedrooms up. But since you guys are going, like, yeah.
So I'm in Japan and I keep seeing Rapture TikTok. So since I am a day ahead, I will be reporting back here for evidence. Comment down below since I'm in the future in Japan.
All I want to know is who and where is the person that started this Rapture date conspiracy, because I know they're probably cracking up at the computer or on their phone right now. Like, yo, I just said this shit as a joke when I was high. And now motherfuckers is just running with it.
Stop. This is serious.
Crazy ass Christians coming on the internet thinking there's going to be a rapture in 2 days, bro. I hope there's a rapture. I hope, because the way that y'all Christians been moving since the Crusades, if there is a rapture, it's only going to be 30 of y'all who get welcomed into God's kingdom. And it's going to be 30 women of color. You're going to be mad as shit. They're going to be accusing God of DEI hires. It's going to be bad. If there's a rapture, which I really hope that there is, all the people who don't get sucked up into heaven, I think we need to fuck with them. I think we need to pretend that they're invisible. If you see somebody with a cross necklace on, no, you didn't. You didn't see them. Just pretend that they're not there. Make them think they're in some weird purgatory where they're like a fucking ghost walking on the earth. I feel like we need to take advantage of this opportunity and fuck with these people. I don't know how, but they seem to be easy to be fucked with, and it seems like a waste of an opportunity not to fuck with them. I fucking hope there is a rapture, bitch. The light just flickered. Well, it's a good thing I'm not religious. I might interpret that as something with greater meaning, but really I just live in a building that's 200 years old, and it's probably going to be an electrical fire.
All jokes aside, this whole rapture that's supposed to happen in a few days on September 23rd is really stressing me out, not because I think it's actually going to happen, but because a lot of these people are really giddily, happily, excitedly talking to the camera, sharing how much they're looking forward to dying in a few days. They've been waiting their entire life for this. They are ready for it to happen. Some people are just really fed up and emotionally overwhelmed, and how they're ready for the relief and the peace that will come with this rapture, with Jesus taking them away finally. And we're seeing a lot of descriptions of suicidal ideation and a wish to die from these people who think that this is entirely healthy. What I'm most nervous about is the amount of people that are talking about this that have children, that have these families, that have these kids in the home that are their responsibility. What happens when September 23rd rolls around and these people wake up and nothing happens. So they think they've been left behind and they panic. What happens if the day comes and they think that they actually need to initiate and start the process of sending their souls to heaven themselves? What happens to these people when September 24th comes? I keep getting videos about it and it's stressing me out.
The Bible in general, when you read it, it says he's gonna come like a thief in the night, and a lot of these Christians say it like Jesus is gonna come like a thief in the night. So I don't know which thief actually comes and tell you when they're coming and give you a specific date and time. Or if they don't give you a time, I don't know when they tell you that, hey, I'm coming to your house to come and steal something today or tomorrow, expect me. Like, usually, if it's gonna be as described and it's supposed to be like a thief, why do you really think that it's gonna be a specific date and you're supposed to know when? It's just like I'm planning a surprise visit for someone and I want to surprise them. Is it gonna still be a surprise if I let them know when I'm coming? And according to Pastor Joshua, who started this whole thing and is making many people run crazy, and I noticed that a lot of it is happening in America alone, and that's why it's funny. Some people are getting so much entertainment into this situation because they're like, people are in different time zones. So, is Jesus coming to America alone, and is he gonna come on the 23rd? Because some countries are actually, a day ahead. So they're like, oh no, don't worry, Jesus is American, so he's gonna come on American time. The culprit here is this pastor. Jesus, he said Jesus is coming back on those dates. He says he got the message in a dream and he tied it to the Jewish holiday. This isn't the first time someone has predicted the exact day of the rapture. Like, it's something that has been happening for decades.
Pulling it all nighty. Waiting for the rapture. I want to be the first one to see Jesus. I've recorded a ukulele song, but I'm going to perform it. Oh boy. Oh, come.
Hey, y'all. So, like, I promise, I'm not laughing at, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's beliefs or anything like that. But I'm driving Uber, right? And so I had no idea that the rapture was coming. And so I picked up this couple from church, and they get in my car, and, they're weeping. And I'm like, hey, hi, how you doing, whatever, is everything okay? Because I saw, like, they were, like, not, like, hysterically crying, but they were, like, emotional, right? And so I'm like, hey, is everything okay? They were like, yeah, the Lord is coming back. Jesus is coming back tomorrow. And I was like, wait, like, tomorrow? They were like, yeah, I think it's, like, between the 23rd and the 24th. I was like, okay. Now, when I did go to church, I just assumed, this is just me. I thought it said it didn't, they know the hour when he coming back. It's been like 2,000 years since he left, and now he's supposed to be coming back and stuff. So I don't know. It's not my lane. However, they got in the car and they were like weeping until they tell me this. And so we're talking, and they're like, well, how are you? Is everything okay in your life? Like, we're trying to donate our money because we're not going to be here. The Lord is coming back and we're going to leave, and there's still going to be people here on earth and things are going to change. So how are you doing? I said, I'm okay, but I could always, use some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn down nothing. They were like, okay, well, we were praying and we were all in church, and the pastor, he agreed that, the Lord is coming back. And I'm thinking to myself, like, did he agree that the Lord is coming back, or did he agree that the Lord is coming back within the next 2 or 3 days? Regardless, they were like, we were just praying because we have all this money. We want to give it away. I'm here. I'm here for the coins. Give me the coins. I'm here. So they were like, we were in church and we prayed, like, Lord, we're going to order this Uber, and whoever our Uber driver is, we know that this person is going to need this money, so we want to go ahead and bless them with the money. You can. So look it. So they give me like this bundle. So it's like a bundle full of cash. Now, keep in mind, in this bundle, there's even coins in it because it was like in this like cup thingy or whatever. So there's even like euros, and I see some Canadian money in here. So there's dollars, there's hundreds, there's 20s, there's fives. Like, there's all the denominations inside of this. So I have yet to count it up. So I'm going to count it up and come back. Hold on. Okay, so I counted the money. It turned out to be $1,915 and some change. I didn't count all the change. It was probably more. So $1,915. So that's what they gave me in person. So they were like crying, and they were like, we just want to bless you. We prayed and we asked the Lord that the Uber driver that we got, that they would actually need this, and we would bless them because it's about to get really, really tough after Jesus comes back. Now, I don't know too much about the rapture. I mean, I learned about it, but I don't really remember. I think that if you have the Lord in your life, then you're going to be caught up to meet him. So you're going to leave, and like your clothes are going to just, we're going to go in. I guess people like me are going to go into the house and find the people that left, like find their clothes or something like that. So I don't know how it goes, but
because there's some people, what if they accepted the Lord, but then they don't live right? But I don't know how it got. I don't know the details of the fine print of it, right? But what I do know is that these people gave me $1,900 today, and so when I dropped them off, they lived in a nice neighborhood. I be driving in a nice neighborhood, y'all, and I be getting the good passengers. So they live in a nice neighborhood, and so they were like, you know what? What's your Cash App? Give us your Zelle. Give us your Venmo. Give us your this. And I was like, okay, I have all of those except Apple Pay, so don't do the Apple Pay. But I do take Cash App. I do take Zelle. I do take Venmo, and I do take cash. So thank y'all for this. They were like, yeah, we want to get together, and we're having a prayer meeting tonight, and we're gonna just put all our money together. We're gonna give away houses. We're gonna give away cars. We're giving away different things. We're just giving everything away because we won't be here. We're leaving this earth. This earth is temporary, so we want to give away all this stuff and let this be a sign to you that Jesus is real and he's coming back within the next couple of days. I was like, oh wow. I really thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all for this generous donation. It really came in handy. And I will accept any more donations that y'all want to give me. So I left them with all my information, and I'm hoping I hear from them, because this will help out with a lot of stuff. So thank y'all. I didn't know that the rapture was coming. I didn't know what we were about to enter into, but I'm glad, and they even said warning comes before destruction. That's what they said. And I said, okay, thank y'all for blessing me with this money and more money to come. So y'all can write me off the house if y'all want to. I know it's paid off. If y'all would have started, I know their house is paid off. So I don't mind having a house in the neighborhood that they were in. I think it has an HOA to it, but if it's a paid off house, that's fine. I can find the money to pay the HOA. But yeah, I didn't know this, y'all. Nobody told me. Ain't nobody told me nothing. But I'm excited, that they're going back to meet the Lord. I don't know. I don't really know the details. Y'all don't get mad at me. I'm just saying. I don't know. I guess they're going back to meet the Lord, but the Lord is telling them to give away their stuff while they're here. And so they were very generous. They're having a prayer meeting with a whole bunch of other people that believe the same thing as them tonight, and they're getting together. So I might have a house that's paid off later on. Might have a couple more cars to sell. They might Zelle me, Venmo me, pick up an offering for me. I mean, I do need it. And since y'all gonna be gone, the house gonna be empty anyway. The cars just gonna be sitting there. The clothes, your Louis Vuitton, your Givenchy, your Gucci, it's just gonna be there. So I mean, why not give it to somebody like me? I'm gonna be here on earth anyway, so you going on, the glory. So just give me the stuff, I don't mind. Okay, so apparently some of these people have even quit their jobs. So I'm in communication with the couple that I picked up from their church. So I picked them up from their church. They gave me $1,900 as a donation because they said that Jesus Christ is coming back I got the dates. They gave me the dates. He's coming back anywhere between the 23rd and the 25th. And they said he is coming back at night. And so, because they say it's something about like a thief in the night or something like that. And I was like, okay, so they say he is coming back at night, but they don't know which night. They say it's between the 23rd and the 25th. They say that they've been told something about a dove in the sky, a bird that the Lord sent to somebody and told them that. I don't know the full story, but the people end up FaceTiming me. So the couple FaceTime me. So I wish they had called so I could record it off my other phone or something like that. But I don't want to be too sneaky, because these people are entrusting me with their unholy funds. They say the love of money is the root of all evil. I don't love money, but I know that I do need money to pay my bills. And since some people are about to be raptured up, you're not gonna need the money anyway. And so since I've been put in this position, so anyways, I'm on FaceTime with them. So they got a couple of people already at their house getting ready for the prayer meeting. So they say that they're planning to stay up. They're fasting until the Lord comes. So they said they're fasting until the Lord comes. They're gonna be staying up. They're gonna be praying, and doing different things like that. So I was like, okay. So they got a couple of people at their house. So I'm on FaceTime with them. So they're showing me around. So I guess I'm the chosen one for these group of people. And so they show me around. They're like, yeah, this is him. We bless him. And the Lord just said that the Uber driver, be a blessing to this guy and just give him your stuff and give him the money. And so we gave him the money and stuff like that. And then we told him, we'd be in contact with him. So this is him. And, I'm waving. I'm saying, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all ready to go? And, again, congratulations. Y'all made it in. Y'all get to that gate and stuff. And so they was like, yeah, well, do you know the Lord? I said, oh, I'm not here for that. I'm staying. I'm going to be here. Y'all go ahead on be in that first trip. Y'all go on that first trip. And, maybe y'all can send us some signs, once unless y'all already get up there. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, y'all go ahead on, but I'm staying here. And so one of the ladies was like, yeah, well, I quit my job. So apparently they found out about this last week. I'm late to the party. I didn't know that Jesus was coming back after 2,000 years of being gone. All of a sudden in 2025, between September 23rd and the 25th, I didn't know. So one of the ladies was like, yeah, I already quit my job. A couple of them was in the background saying, yeah, you know, I'm not even gonna give a notice. I'm just gonna call them tomorrow and say, hey, all this is about to shut down. The Lord is coming back and I'm doing this. I say, okay. So the guy was saying the 401k. And that's when we started talking. So he said the 401k, he want to withdraw the money out and distribute the money. And I said, okay, well, you know, I don't mind helping y'all if y'all need a ride to go, you know, do the paperwork, whatever. I'm all y'all's from now until y'all go up to meet the Lord. I'm here for y'all. You know, y'all don't even have to pay me for the rides now because y'all giving me the lump sums and stuff like that. So don't worry about it. So we talking, and he said, yeah, we got to get the 401k stuff, you know, together. And I'm like, well, I think that take a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks to get that changed. But if anything happens, just put me as the beneficiary, you know. You don't have to do the withdrawal because I think the withdrawal take like, you know, 17 business days and y'all already be gone. So at least change the paperwork. Let me come with y'all. I got my ID, my name, my birth certificate. I'm from here and my U.S. passport, all that. And we could just change me to beneficiary. And then that way I could be in charge of everything for y'all, you know. So he said, okay, they're going to be looking into the 401k stuff because he knows he had that. So they scrambling around. They scrambling around because they saying that the Lord didn't give them enough time to get everything together, but they want to give it away. So some people have said like, you know, how do you feel that they got in your car and they automatically thought or think that you're not in that number? Listen, I don't want to be in that number, baby. Like I said, y'all go up there first and let me know. Because personally, I might not get into heaven. You know what I'm saying? But I had prayed, and at least if I don't get in, I can live outside of the city. You know how sometimes you want to live in like a city, like people move to Atlanta, they move to Houston, they move to LA, but it's a little expensive to live in the city. You know, it's like, it's a lot of money to stay in the city, but you move in on the outskirts. So if they got like an outskirt of heaven, like, you know, I live on the outskirts of heaven, or I'm not in the gate, but I can still call my family, check in, hey, grandma, how you doing? You know, hey, grandpa, I know you know, you went up there, whatever, so just checking in with y'all, but I don't think I'm actually going to get in anyway, so I don't want to take that first trip there. So I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to hold it down here. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take care of y'all house. They got cars, y'all, and I don't know if y'all saw the last video, but I tagged the area that I was in, and these people got money, okay? This is a nice neighborhood, you know, in LA County. So I'm like, hey, listen. So I asked them about the cars. So one of the ladies and her husband, they were there. So it was probably like maybe 10 of them at the house right now. Now, mind you, it's more than meeting up at the house. They can do their prayer circle and stay up until the Lord come back, you know, get all the paperwork together and distribute stuff, right? So they were saying that they already sold their car. They sold their car to dealership this weekend at CarMax. Yesterday, Saturday, they sold their car to CarMax yesterday, and they gave the money to the church today. They gave a check to the church. So I'm like, well, sister, you know, you got to address them in their titles. I said, well, sister, why did you give the money to the church if, you know, y'all all going? Isn't the pastor, the first lady, the second lady, third lady, because, you know, the pastor got like 3, 4 wives and stuff. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. He got 1 wife and like 3 mistresses, you know. But I'm like, why the pastor and y'all giving it to the church and the first family and the church, but y'all all could be caught up together. But apparently some people from the church staying too, because I'm like, y'all should have saved that check. I wish I would have picked them up, but y'all would have met me before giving me the check, because they sold a Mercedes Benz and they gave the church $38,000. See, they real open with the information because they leaving in a couple of days. So they not holding nothing back. They ain't got no secrets because they're about to go, right? So she said the check, $38,000, they gave it to the church. Don't know why they gave the money to the church. You know what I'm saying? Because the church, everybody in the church is supposed to be gone. Which is my next point to where is why they giving money to strangers, because they say their whole family, in particular, these people, they like, okay, we all leaving. The Lord Jesus is coming back for all of us, so we giving it to other people. So I'm not even offended. I'm like, I'm a black man with blonde hair. So no, I don't want to take the first trip up to glory. Like I said, I might not even make it into the gates, but if there's an outskirts of heaven, I don't mind, you know, going in there. Maybe I can stay in the garden, help y'all out in the garden. You know, if he do let me in heaven, I could work in the garden, or I could, you know, help Job and them out, you know, Job family, or, you know, one of them, like just be a help to Ruth and Boaz. I'm sure I can help them out. You know, they got the, you know, Boaz on the thing and he married Ruth. So I can help out with that kind of stuff. Or Jonah and the whale, Noah. I don't mind going, you know, meet Noah and them. I could go work for Noah. Noah, he'll probably, maybe, are they have an ark coming? Noah might come. How did the Lord come back? I think it's 5 this time. But if Noah want to build a second ark, for the next time, I don't mind. Yeah, I'll help Noah and him so I can get a job to get in. You know, I can be on a work visa. That's perfect. I can be on a work visa in heaven and then just live on the outskirts, you know, unless they do deportation. I don't know how it works. I don't know what Jesus is doing. But, you know, like I said, right now where we're at is I'm waiting to hear back from them, you know, because I gave them my Cash App and everything, all the Cash App, the Zelle, and the Venmo, so that way I can start receiving the payment. So they said soon enough, once they get everybody there, they'll start sending me money. And so I can just have that money. And I say, well, listen, I can be a driver for all of y'all. In the meantime, till y'all leave by the 25th, I can drive y'all around to y'all appointments, go see the lawyers, the 401k, putting y'all notices at y'all jobs. I told y'all these folks' houses is paid off. These people ain't got no mortgages. You know, change over the deeds or whatever. Have all this stuff work. Just go head on. You know what I'm saying? I can do that for y'all. So that's the process I'm in right now. Like I said, I'm, you know, whatever. I'm not even offended. I can be that, you know, liaison between here and y'all with, you know, heaven till y'all go, till y'all leave. So I'm okay with that.
Just like I said, the Bible says no one knows the day or the hour. So every time someone predicts it, it raises, questions. Because you will start wondering, like, why are you predicting a date? Because I thought that's supposed to be a surprise. Whether you believe it or not, what it shows is how much fear, curiosity, and even humor people wrap around the idea of the end times. Honestly, this made me laugh so much because most of them are trying to tell you, like, indirectly, oh, you're not gonna make it. That means you're not gonna make it to heaven, but we are. And like, how do you know if the guy is gonna make it to heaven or not, or if someone is gonna make it or not? And it's just so funny. So they think that they're so righteous and will make it, but you're not gonna make it. Like, obviously, like, we can tell you're not gonna make it. It's just a lot going on, like different type of distractions, different type of news. Like, there's just so many things going on. We can't catch a break, honestly. But anyways, I just thought this whole videos are kind of funny. I know we'll see a lot of people making excuses and some deleting their videos after this date passed, 23rd, 24th. And we'll see from there. We'll just watch what they do, because most of the time, honestly, when you post videos, some people will have it saved. Even if you try to delete it, it might come up again. So that's that. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate you. Please make sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. And hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.